Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I have, guess what? Yet another postural exercise to share with you. This is one that I used a lot about I would say 5 to 6 years ago. It's a little bit more complex, especially if you're teaching in a class, but it's really good to get a hold of those little muscles on each side of the spine in between your scapulas to pull those shoulders back. You don't need anything for this exercise. You can do it standing or you can do it seated. I guess you can do it laying down as well, but let's just start standing as we have more sort of freedom of movement here. So just find a comfortable position so that you can stand for a little bit. Check in with your abdomen. You want to pull the navel to the spine. You want to relax your chest so you're not sticking or you're not opening your ribs, right? So from the side, you're closing that rib cage, relaxing your shoulders without letting them fall forward. And now you want to pull the chin just ever so slightly in towards your spine. You want to imagine that you are one of those dolls, what is it called? Burattini. Well, they have like a line through their body and just hanging from that line. Right, so that's the middle of the top of your head. You have that long line, your spine just continues up into the sky, right? So you begin from this posture, a little bit of softness in the knees, just so you can be standing here for a little bit. Then you'll hook your thumbs. So let me just turn towards you again. You will hook your thumbs, and now you want to pay attention to which thumb you're hooking on top. So we have a preference. Usually when we fold our hands or we do something with our hands, we tend to always put the same hand on top of the other. That's fine, just notice it. So I'm hooking my right, so your left, on top of the other, pulling my shoulders a little bit back, and then I create some tension here. So I'm imagining that I'm trying to unhook them or to rip them apart, right? But I'm holding that tension in my body, and I'm also placing that tension. See if you can place that tension in between your shoulder blades. So all that resistance, you're kind of sucking it up towards your shoulder blades, in between your shoulder blades. I hope this is making sense. It takes a little bit of time to get into these kinds of, it takes time to be embodied, all right? So we understand things logically, but then we have to embody them, right? So you get this tension. From this, now you want to raise your arms slowly as far up as you can without raising your shoulders, right? So that's going to be different for all of us, and we're keeping the tension in between the shoulder blades. We're not allowing that tension to move up into the neck. So I think I'm good here. I'm going to let go, release the tension, just open the arms, all right? That is the exercise. Hooking the same thumb on top of the other, pulling my shoulders back, check my posture, and create the tension. Now bring that tension or suck that tension up in between your shoulder blades. So it's not in the front here, you see? I can place it here as well. It's not in my hands. It's actually in between my shoulder blades. All right, from here, begin raising the shoulders. Be very precise and very strict with yourself, not to allow those shoulders to float up. We'll do 2 more times. Hook the same thumb on top, create tension, place it in between your shoulder blades, raising the shoulders. I'll show you from the side. And release. Maybe I'll show you from the back as well. Maybe that's going to be helpful. We'll figure that out. You'll let me know. Hook the same thumb on top, tension, bring it in between your shoulder blades. And lift. And you want to breathe as many times as you need to. And release. All right, let me come back. So that is the exercise. How you can set up this exercise, you can certainly use it in a class or use it in combination with other exercises. But if you're only doing this by itself, you can do, for example, 4 repetitions and then a little pause and then repeat it 3 more times so that you do 4, 4, and 4. or you can do 6, or you can do 8, or you can do 10, or you can do 12. That's going to vary for you, for how you feel in your body, how much you can take, how concentrated you can stay in the exercise. But I would suggest to do fewer repetitions, slower, and fully concentrated. We're not really going to reap much benefits, or we can actually work against our interest if we're doing things too fast, or if we're not paying fully attention. So as I said in the beginning of this video, one thing is to understand it logically. Like logically it's easy. I'm hooking my thumbs, I'm just raising my arms and opening up. It's a no-brainer. It's like, I'm just doing this, you know? But to embody something and to understand, for example, how you can place energy in different places in your body, or how you can relax, like sending breath into different areas, or how you can, as I said, the tension, you know, I can have the tension in my hands, I can have it in my elbows, I can have it in my shoulders, in my chest, or I can have it in the back, back of my neck, back of my spine. All of those things, that's going to need repetition and practice and focus, concentration. If you're not fully present while you're doing that, you will not get the embodiment that the exercise requires for you to reap the benefits. Alright, so I told you to notice which thumb you're hooking on top of the other. That's because you're going to do the other side as well. So you want to do equal repetitions on each side, preferably. And when you hook the other thumb on top, you are going to feel strange. It's going to feel awkward because it's going to be the non-preferred arm on top or whatever. It's like if you always cross your legs in one way, when you cross them the other way, it's like, well, you know. So you want to make sure that you're doing the other side as well. When you're doing this at home, you can even start with the uncomfortable one first, because we do tend to be a little bit more concentrated at the beginning of an exercise than at the end. So you can try that out. I do hope that this is helpful to you. If you try it out, please let me know in the comments or reach out to me on any of my social media that I have linked down below. And until next time, bless your heart. Ciao.